Alicorn immortality has been a point of interest in the community, with Princess Celestia and Luna apparently being immortal, and Cadance and Twilight mortal. Yet, there still is sides to the fandom who think Twilight and Cadance are now immortal as well. This was debunked by Megan McCarthy's tweet that Twilight won't outlive her friends. And with that tweet, I was able to base a whole headcanon on it. 1,000 years ago, 2 Alicorns ruled, Celestia and Luna, bearing the elements of harmony, with Celestia bearing magic, loyalty, and kindness, and Luna bearing honesty, generosity, and laughter. The regal sisters were able to live forever with the powers of harmony. However, Luna betrayed her sister and became Nightmare Moon, breaking the bond that they once shared with the elements. With their bond broken, they lost their immortality in exchange for living an extremely long life. Knowing that she would die in a very long time, she waited for Luna's escape to get the new bearers of the elements, who would soon succeed her and Luna. A long while before Luna's escape, she opens up an academy for gifted unicorns in hopes of finding the element of magic. She eventually found her, Twilight Sparkle, and you know what happens after that. After finalizing her understanding of the magic of friendship, Twilight ascended into an Alicorn, and with her connection to the elements, she will become the new immortal ruler, along with all of her other friends. While all her other friends will be ruling Equestria with Twilight as well, Twilight will be the only Alicorn out of the 6, only to be a symbol of goodness and hope for the citizens of Equestria, and to show that she has succeeded Celestia and Luna, thus living out in an age of harmony and the 6 rulers of Equestria. Wait, where the fuck did that come from? I'm sure people have heard crazy things that came out of nowhere, but this? What evidence backs this up? I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. Dear Celestia, help me. Okay, calm your ball storm. We can handle this, okay? Okay. Alrighty, so I'm a family phoenix right now and I'm defending my argument. Well, let's hear a testimony from the show.
It was the night Princess Cadance was revealed to be Queen Chrysalis. When she transformed, I was watching the whole thing, not knowing what to do. When she finished talking, I jumped to the scene, intimidating her. But then, she attacked me! Her love that got sapped from the citizens of Canterlot in shining armor got released into a magical beam that eventually made me fall.
The cross-examination may begin. Objection! You weren't there watching the whole thing. Before she gave her monologue, you magically disappeared. Explain.
Well,
Was scared.
Well, it was because
you, dear Celestia, have been getting more weak since you lost your connection to the elements. Ever since Luna became Nightmare Moon, you have been unconnected from the elements. These elements gave you immense power, being able to amplify your kindness, loyalty, and magic. If Luna never became Nightmare Moon, you would have been easily able to defeat Chrysalis, seeing as how that magic beam you shot at her would be amplified tenfold. You ran away in fear that she would defeat you, and you would be left powerless to protect your citizens.
Well, that may be true, but
you lied. Chrysalis didn't attack you, you attacked her. You just made a lie in a testimony to make it seem that you got destroyed out of fear, not weakness.
I guess I should tell you the truth. I've been getting weaker over the course of these 1,000 years. And with the new elements of harmony being stronger than me, with their powers of friendship, I put all of my trust into Twilight and the gang to do everything for me. Defeat Sombra, Chrysalis, Discord, reforming Discord, and defeating Nightmare Moon. They could have done it so much better than I could have. Furthermore, Twilight needed to go through a couple of tests to see if she was ready to become an Alicorn, so I could test her, while still keeping my citizens safe through her. I'm barely even a protector, but rather a symbol of goodness in Equestria. And I guess that's all I'm important for, besides raising and lowering the sun. Ever since I lost my immortality, I've been getting weaker. And if there's 6 people who can do it better, why not grant them immortality by making them the new bearers of the elements? It was the elements that made me and Luna immortal, but now our abandonment of them has only given us an extremely long life.
Hold it! Where exactly did that come from? How do you know you're immortal, but once immortal?
I told you. I lost power. The elements gave me power. And immortality.
That makes perfect sense. Just think about it. When Twilight ascended, you said that she is your student as much as you are hers. And that's because she became as strong as you when you wielded the element of magic, correct?
Yes.
Thus, you taught her all you knew about magic when you wielded the elements, so that she will know everything when she succeeded you to the throne. All magic spells, and especially the magic of friendship. But for my next point, I need to bring some pony here. Pinkie Pie, come on. Yeah, what's up? Break the fourth wall. I need to get a little clip from Lauren Faust. Sure.
I wanted Twilight Sparkle to eventually become Celestia's successor.
See? Lauren even said that Twilight would ascend the throne in the pitch Bible for the universe.
Lauren Fostercorn, as in God?
Mm-hmm.
Well then, Rarity, give your verdict.
I see this headcanon as being totally believable.
Objection!
This headcanon is pointless drivel that is completely unsupported.
Oh no, stripes again!
There are three massive issues with your headcanon. One is the idea that Celestia and now Luna know they're dying. 2, your idea that losing the connection makes them weaker. And 3, Cadence. If Celestia and Luna were dying, then it doesn't make sense for them to have an almost casual handling of Twilight's growth. If losing that connection to the elements made her so much weaker, then why isn't Twilight so unbelievably powerful constantly, now that she is connected to the elements? Lastly, Cadence never touched the elements and is still an alicorn, so did she just never have a shot at immortality?
Cadence is a lesser form of alicorn. Where did you get that from? Cadence isn't a lesser form, but rather a different kind. Think about it. All the Crystal Ponies even said that Cadence is a Crystal Princess. And if their memory got recalled during the Crystal Fair, that means that Cadence must have been frozen in time when the Crystal Empire disappeared, reawakening when it was time to grow up and become the Crystal Princess when she came of age. Well, either way, it's not like there's a theory that makes much more sense.
Maybe, but maybe I can come up with one that has no connection to the elements. From what Lauren Foss said, it can be thought that Celestia and Luna were born alicorns. If this means a connection to Harmony far stronger than any other creature from birth, then that same connection can be what kept them alive all this time. This is implying that they are avatars of the element of Harmony in Equestria, magical beings completely composed of magic. However, as time has passed, it makes less and less sense to have a singular ruler in a Harmony-based nation. With Luna's return, though, it became obvious that there could be other bearers of the elements of Harmony. Between the already ascended Cadence and this new evidence, it became a possibility to establish a new ruling class. As Twilight learned to draw more and more from the element of Harmony friendship, the remaining magic for Celestia and Luna to use became less and less. Now that she is an alicorn, they are even weaker, and as more alicorns ascend to take the throne, they will one day simply fade into the ether from which they came from. There's your good opposing headcanon.
Guys, you're kinda...
Celestia, shut up!
Or should we say Molestia? How did you know?
If you were actually Celestia, then you would have the answers to all this and not sound so unsure.
Well, good argument, boys. A lot less spicy than I like, but that's what the guards in Twilight are for. Good night, children.
Well, can you even remember what we were talking about?
I think it was opposing headcanons.
Well, I'm not in the mood anymore. I'll destroy one of your headcanons a little more thoroughly next time.
Yeah, right. Molestia would analyze your butt way more than you would analyze with my headcanon.